Strange Black Beats.
Family all around me. Family all around me. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. He my family, she my family. We are family. We might have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. Nah, I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gonna pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. They talking, you listen, that's family. They don't tell your business, that's family. They calling your phone, coming looking for you. They say that you missing, that's family. They don't need permission, that's family. When you hurt, they can feel it, that's family. Let them come while you're cheering, that's family. Let them come when you living, that's family. Family all around me. Hey, family all around me. She my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, we are family all around me. Hey, 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 family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, we are family. Hey, ain't nobody fighting around here, ain't nobody shooting around here. Everybody that's around here family. All love, no hate, be clear. No shade, all love, be real. You love me, you should know how it feel. Tired of all these badass kids, tired of paying all these bills. Family going through the same thing, so they know exactly how you feel. They supply a shoulder I can cry, I provide a place where they can heal. Leave my money out, they don't steal. Let them have it if it's for a bill. Soldier for me when they in the field. Only way I live, family all around me. Hey, 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 family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, we are family all around me. Hey, 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 family all around me. He my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, he my family, she my family, we are family. We might ain't have the same last name, but that don't make you my family. I got some people with the same blood, and I know that they can't stand me. I got some people I call that ain't kin, that's gon' pull up and handle it. They take care of that business like family. We come from them trenches like family. Family all around me.
A big salute, family. This your brother K. Judah, giving all praise to the Most High Yah, in faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. To the Israelite family worldwide, I say peace and blessings. And I want to say Shabbat Shalom to the mighty nation of Israel. Big salute to the CUC family, the FOPE family, and also Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology, and all my brothers and sisters in the chat. I want to give a shout out to my brother Pedro. He hit me up, asked me to do this lesson. And the name of the lesson is Lucifer and Satan. Are they the same person? Lucifer and Satan. Are they the same person? One thing I will say is that Lucifer and Satan, the characters are different. Same individual, but the characters, two different characters. One was the morning star or the dawn of the morning. You know, like when the day break and the sunrise. The other one is the adversary. So we have to find out, why did Satan go rogue? Why did Satan rebel? It's something in the scriptures that people pay attention to. Without Yah having to tell you why he rebelled, critical thinking will give you the answers why he rebelled. It's something that Yah did that made Satan very angry. So he rebelled. We have to find out what it is. The first thing I want to do is deal with Lucifer, which is a Latin word. Who is Lucifer? Let's go, family, to the book of Isaiah chapter 14, and I'm just going to read 12 through 14. And I'm going to also use the Dead Sea Scroll so you can see what they call Satan in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Let's go to Isaiah chapter 14. And this is going to be a short lesson. Is Lucifer and Satan the same person? Some people say Yahshua and Lucifer are the same. Help us, Lord. To be honest, that's why I stay away from YouTube as much as I can, man. You listen to so much dumb doctrine. You listen to enough of it, that stuff started to rub off on you, man. Isaiah chapter 14. And your brother K. Judah is going to pick it up at verse 12 through 14. Isaiah chapter 14 and verse 12 through 14. And it reads, how art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning, meaning son of the dawn. So like when the day break, that's the dawn of the day. So he is the son of the morning, son of the dawn of the day. How art thou fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning? How art thou cut down to the ground, which didst weaken the nations? For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation. What mount is he talking about? He want to sit over the congregation. Remember, he want to be like the Most High. What congregation does Satan want to sit over? And what mount do he want to sit on? You got to think, family. He always give us the answers. What mount and congregation do this man want to sit on if he want to be like the Most High? Or Yahshua HaMashiach, who is the King of Israel, who's going to sit on the mount over the congregation. He want to be like that. Verse 13 one more time. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. Hold up, time out. Whoa, hold up. In the sides of the north. When I read the book of Psalms, you said in your word, Yahshua, you said, Zion, the beauty of the whole earth, that sit in the sides of the north. Hold up, time. Oh, I get it now. Satan want to sit in the sides of the north on Mount Zion, pretending to be you. So the Jewish people, they are going to build a temple to their Messiah, and he going to perpetrate a fraud like he's sitting over the congregation like you. So who is Satan using to do this? Because when you read Isaiah chapter 14, 12 to 14, it's also talking about a man that Satan is using. Listen to the book. Listen to the book. Who is the man in Isaiah 14 that is also talking about who want to be like the Most High, who want to exalt himself like he's the Most High? His name is Papa. The Pope of Rome, the one that called himself the Vicar of Christ, which means the substitute for the Son of God, or the substitute for the Most High on earth. So even though it's talking about Satan, it's somebody Satan is using to perpetrate this fraud. His name is the Pope of Rome. That's your false religious leader. That's your man of sin. That's the one who speak great words against the Most High. He shall wear out the saints of the Most High. Satan is using Papa. Even though it's talking about Satan, though. But you can't see Satan. But you can see the man that Satan is using to perpetrate this fraud, who want to sit over the congregation in the sides of the north. Why you think the Jewish people will build a temple and that fake Jerusalem that they got, that's not the real Jerusalem. That's not the real Jerusalem where they at. The real Jerusalem, it wasn't left one stone up on another. That's not that Wailing Wall, that don't come from the temple in 70 AD. That was not left one stone up on another. So if the Bible say, I'm going to build up your land again in the waste places, how are they living in our land? I mean, the full capacity of the land. Now, they are living in some of the land, but that's not all the inheritance of the land. So they perpetrating the fraud. And Satan is behind it. So when they build that temple, Pope of Rome is going to move his headquarters to that fake Jerusalem. And he going to sit in the temple like he God, like he the Most High Yah. So Lucifer is different than Satan, because Lucifer was full of wisdom, perfect in beauty. Now, if Lucifer wasn't nothing but a singer, what do he need to be full of wisdom for? So we got to go find out, what is Lucifer? What does it mean? Let's go see. Let me read 13 and 14 one more time. For thou hast said in thy heart, I will ascend into the heavens. I will exalt my throne above the stars of Elohim. I will sit also upon the mount of the congregation in the sides of the north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most High. Go look up what Vascarius Fili mean. It is the title of the Pope. Go look up what Vicar of Christ mean. It is the title of the Pope. Then you will get your answer. The Pope is saying, I am the substitute on earth for the Son of God and Yah himself. That's why the world bowed down to the Pope. The Pope is the king on earth. Nobody go against the Pope. They bow down and kiss the ring. The Pope do what he want to do. You ain't never heard nobody chin check the Pope. You all see nations bow down to the Pope, though, and kiss that ring. That's what you see. So who is Lucifer? Let's go get it. Let me open up the window. And we're going to get this out of the mouth of 2 or 3 and let it be established. Big salute to everybody in the chat. Everybody coming in. Big salute. This is the KJV translated Strong's H1966 in the following manner. Lucifer. Lucifer means light barrier, shiny one, morning star. Lucifer. Look at the other one, y'all. Of the king of Babylon and Satan. What did Isaiah chapter 14 say? At the fall of the king of Babylon, the earth break into singing. But he's mentioning Lucifer. But Lucifer is using somebody to do his business, just like Yah used us to do his business. So Lucifer means light barrier. That's why he was full of wisdom, family. He had the truth. That's why you can't trick Satan. Satan know the truth. That's why he can mix lies with truth. That's why he's called good and bad. He did it to Eve, gave us some truth, and threw some lies in there with that truth. So he's the light barrier where he used to be. Shiny one. Hold up, shiny one. Let me go to the Dead Sea Scrolls, see what they call Satan in the Dead Sea Scrolls. This is Dead Sea Scrolls 1Q Isaiah chapter 14 and 12. Listen, family. Dead Sea Scroll 1Q Isaiah chapter 14 verse 12. Let's see what it say. Verse 12. How are you falling from the heaven, shiny one? Hold up, let me go back. Lucifer, light barrier, shiny one. Oh. That's what, there you go, family. Shiny one, like the dawn of the day, like the sun. So light barrier, Lucifer, shiny one, that's what he used to be. That's when he was a son of God. Because all the angels are sons of God. But in the book of Job, he didn't call Satan a son of God because he was disinherited. And when you are disinherited by Yah, he don't recognize you. Y'all remember what he told Abraham? Take now your son, your only son. That wasn't Abraham's only son. He had a son named Ishmael. But Ishmael was outside of the covenant. So if you're not in covenant with Yah, he don't recognize you. Only those within the covenant. Israel, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. Oh, because you are in covenant, Israel. No other nation is in covenant. But everybody kicking against you being the people. Everybody telling you are not the people of the book. But they can't explain why you go through so much more than all other nations. If he loved us the same, created us the same, we should all get punished the same. But that's not the case. We get a whooping. They get a pop on their hand. Think about it. Let's get this out of one more mouth. And then I'm going back to the Dead Sea Scroll. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3, we let it be established. Let me bring it in. What do that say? It says, Strong's Lexicon, definition, morning star, shiny one, or Lucifer. There you go, family. He's the shiny one. He's the morning star, like the dawn of the day. That's what he used to be before he went rogue and rebelled and thought he knew more than Yah and Yahshua HaMashiach. Let's go back to the Dead Sea. Let me finish reading this. Dead Sea Scroll again, 1Q Isaiah chapter 14 and 12. How are you falling from the heaven, shiny one? Son of the dawn. There you go, y'all. Son of the dawn. Son of the dawn of the day. Dawn of the morning when the sun is coming out. Lucifer shine. How are you cut down to the ground, who laid the nations low? You said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the stars of God. I will sit on the mountain of the assembly in the far north. I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will make myself like the Most High. Yet you should be brought down to Sheol, to the depths of the pit. Those who see you will stare at you. They will ponder you, saying, is this the man who made the earth to tremble, who shook kingdoms, who made the world like a wilderness and overthrew its cities, who did not release his prisoners to their homes? Remember, y'all, he's talking about Satan. At this time, it was Lucifer. That's why he said, how are you fallen, old Lucifer, son of the morning? But it's also talking about the king of Babylon. He's the one who have made the earth to tremble. And go read about the Inquisition. Go read about Rome. What the Romans did, man. Burning people because they would not accept Christianity. The Pope and all popes have shook the world. Have bent it upside down, family. Everybody think the Pope is a nice, kind gentleman. You better go read about the popes of Rome. You better go read about Rome. Inquisition. They are some murderers. And murderers. If you didn't accept that Christianity, you was killed. That's wrong. Let's get out of here, because now we understand who Lucifer is. Now let's go to Luke chapter 10, because now that we understand who Lucifer is, now we can move on. Lucifer was a light barrier. Lucifer is the shiny one. He's the dawn of the morning. Like when the sun comes up, it shines. That's Lucifer. That's not Satan. Now we got to understand what happened to Lucifer for him to rebel. Let's go to Luke chapter 10, verse 1 through 3. Luke chapter 10 and verse 1 through 3. Then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. This is Luke chapter 10 and verse 1 through 3. Luke chapter 10 and verse 1 through 3. And it reads, after these things, the Lord appointed other 70 also, and sent them 2 and 2 before his face, into every city and place, whether he himself would come. Therefore said he unto them, the harvest truly is great, but the laborers are few. Pray ye therefore that the Lord of the harvest, that he will send forth laborers into his harvest. Y'all just heard this. The harvest is plenty, y'all, but we don't have a lot of truth tellers. We have brothers and sisters that do teach unadulterated truth. But when you look at this awakening, a lot of what we see is not good, family. False doctrine is everywhere. Lies is everywhere. Making up doctrine is everywhere. It's on the rise, family, and it's been around for a long time, but it's becoming more prevalent today. And it's our job to try to keep our people on the right track. We can't save you, but we can guide you to the one who can save you, Yahshua HaMashiach. But most of our people, they love their ears to be tickled. They accept anything, even if it's not true, even if it's a lie, even if you can't read it in the Bible. People accept lies. I don't understand it, but they accept lies. Verse 3, go your ways. Behold, I send you forth as lamb among wolves. Jump down to verse 17 through 20. 17 through 20. 17 through 20. And it reads, and the 70 returned again with joy, saying, Lord, even the devils are subject unto us through thy name. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. Behold, I give unto you power to tread on serpents and scorpions, and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall by any means hurt you. Notwithstanding, in this rejoice not, that the spirits are subject unto you, but rather rejoice because your names are written in heaven. He just gave you the answer why Satan rebelled. What y'all think it is? I'm going to continue reading. Y'all let me know what y'all think the answer is that he just gave you about the spirits. Why was Satan mad? Why did he rebel? Why did he go rogue? He just gave you the answer. Jump down to go back to verse 18. Verse 18 again. He gave you the answer. Now I'm back at verse 18. And he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. So remember, y'all, in Isaiah chapter 14, his name was Lucifer. But in Luke chapter 10, he didn't call him Lucifer no more. He say, I beheld Satan, which is a title. Satan is not a name. Satan is a title. Adversary is a title. The devil is a title. That dragon is a title, which represents Satan, but it's a kingdom that he's talking about when he say the dragon had 7 heads and 10 horns. We have to also understand the Bible speak allegorically. Some things are symbolic. That's talking about one thing but means something else. So we got to get understanding of all things in the scriptures, family. Everything. Everything. He said, verse 18, and he said unto them, I beheld Satan as lightning fall from heaven. We got to go check this out. What is this? What do you mean? You beheld him fall from heaven. Why? Why did he fall? Why you kicked him out? He gave you the answer. I'll go ahead and say it. When Peter and them said the spirits are subject unto us, did not the Bible say that we should judge angels? Oh, now you starting to understand what Satan got upset about. You're going to put these peasants over me? And I'm going to be subject to these peasants? He didn't give the angels dominion. He gave it to man and woman. So now you understand why he rebelled and did this right here. Let's go to Revelation chapter 12. When he said, don't rejoice because the spirits are subject unto you. And that's a true statement because Yahshua said we should judge angels. So through Yahshua's name, all things are subject unto man. Even the animals, y'all remember. He gave dominion over the fish of the sea, the birds, the everything, the animals, whether they're in the water, whether they fly in the sky, whether it's the mammals. He gave dominion over everything. To who? Man and woman. Satan didn't like that. He didn't like it. I'm not taking orders from these peasants, these filthy human beings. All they do is sin. They wicked. They don't do right. And you want me to be subject to them? I think not. So he went rogue. He rebelled. Revelations 12. Revelations 12. And we're going to go 1 through 4. Then I'll tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. 1 through 4. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. Revelations 12, verse 1 through 4. And it reads, and there appeared a great wonder in heaven, a woman clothed with the sun and the moon under her feet, and upon her head a crown of 12 stars. If you want the understanding of this, go to the book of Genesis chapter 37 and read about Joseph's dream, and then you'll understand this right here in verse 1. Genesis 37 will give you the understanding of what I just read in Revelation 12, verse 1. Joseph had a dream. His father was the sun. His mother was the moon. And it said 11 stars in his dream because Joseph is the 12th star. Knowledge. Verse 2. And she being with child cried, travailing in birth, and pain to be delivered. And there appeared another one in heaven. And behold, a great red dragon. See? Now it's calling Satan a great red dragon. But we know Satan is not a dragon. He doesn't look like a dragon. But it's talking about a kingdom that Satan is ruling over, which we know is who? Babylon. Which is the European Union, because they got 7 heads and 10 horns and 10 crowns upon their head. Where they get the 7 from? The book of Daniel. Where they get the 10 from? Revelation 13, the European Union. Better go read about the treaties of Rome. You better go read about when Europe brought all the countries of Europe into one common market called the European Common Market. This is knowledge. So the treaties of Rome, and we still under that 4th beast today. Verse 4. Verse 3 again. And there appeared another one in heaven. Behold, a great red dragon, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and 7 crowns upon his head, and 7 crowns upon his head. And his tail drew the 3rd part of the stars of heaven, and did cast them to the earth. And the dragon stood before the woman, which was ready to be delivered, for to devour her child as soon as it was born. Who did Satan use to try to kill the child? Herod the Great. So you see how it's talking about Satan, but Satan is using man to do his business. It was Herod who tried to kill Yahshua HaMashiach, because the child come from the woman. The woman is Israel. And the reason why it say the woman, because he's married to Israel. Israel is his wife. Israel is his bride. Israel is his beloved wife, family. That's book. That's why he called Israel a woman, because I'm married unto you. I made a covenant with you. You are mine. But you went and played the harlot. So I had to give you a bill of divorce. Now, most men, let's keep it real. Most men, once a woman commit adultery on a man, he ain't messing with her no more. Majority of the time. Some men will go back. But a lot of men can't fathom the thought of their wife creeping out. So they'll divorce the woman. The Most High so loving, Yahshua so loving, he wouldn't even divorce this filthy woman. I mean, fornicated with everybody under heaven, open and spread her legs to everybody, and he still loved this woman. What type of love is that? We don't understand it. I mean, Israel slept with everybody, fornicated with everybody, worship all their gods. I mean, just became a polluted, filthy woman. And he still loved you, even renewed the covenant with you. And you're still playing the harlot right now. You still playing the harlot right now. Still won't give him all your love because you want to be a harlot. And I'm included in that. When I say you, I'm talking about me. We want to be a harlot. But I'm just teaching, so you know. It's us. We a harlot. Let's keep it real. We a harlot. And we still being a harlot today, man. We just filthy and abominable. Now, a lot of us, we getting ourselves right, you know, coming back. But boy, there's many parts of a body. And if one side of the body is doing good, but the other side is sick, man, how that body gonna function properly? How's the body gonna function properly? Some people doing right, that's the good side of the body. But then everybody else want to do wrong, that's the other side of the body. So they pulling us in a direction we don't want to go. So the woman do it good in one instance, but then still being abominable in another instance. Did not the Bible tell you we all different members of that one body? So why we can't just do right so we can get up out of here? That's the burden that we have to bear. We trying to do right. Some don't want to do right. We trying to go to narrow path. They pulling us left and right. We just want to go straight, Negro. But some people won't let us go straight. So we got to fight to go straight. This woman trying to clean herself up, but we got some of our people, they want to keep this woman filthy, abominable, and a whore. Jump down to verse 7 through 9. Now remember in the book of Luke chapter 10, I beheld Satan fall for heaven like lightning. 7 through 9, Revelation 12, 7 through 9, and it reads, and there was war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought in his angels, and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, which is a title, called the devil, which is a title, and Satan, which is a title, because his name was Lucifer. All these things I'm naming right now, these are titles for who used to be Lucifer. One character was a good guy. This guy right here, he terrible. And we all got it in us, family. We got good and evil inside of us. Let's keep it real. We got good and evil inside of us. A lot of us just know how to tame it. Where do they come from? Sin. Sin, family. Verse 8, and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent, called the devil, and Satan, which deceived the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him. How did Satan deceive the whole world? They put up a picture by the name of Caesar Borgia. They told you the angels are white. They told you Elohim is white. They told you Yahshua is white. Guess what, family? He deceived the whole world because he hates the woman. Who is the woman? Israel. So Yahshua was birthed from the woman, which is Israel. And Satan tried to kill the child as soon as he was born by Herod the Great. That's why they fled into Egypt. So Satan been trying to kill this woman and her child for a long time. So what did Satan do to the creation? See, I got kicked out of heaven. I prevailed not. My place was not found anymore, even though I'm trying to get back to heaven. So he did something that messed up the whole creation. He did something that brought death on the table. There was no death in the beginning. The lake of fire was not made for man. We was only supposed to live forever. What did he do? Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 28. We're going to let the book speak. Ezekiel chapter 28. And I'm almost done already. Ezekiel chapter 28. And I'm going to pick it up at verse 1 through 3. Anytime you hear this term right here, you can go look it up. The king of Persia, the king of Babylon, is talking about Satan, who's ruling over these people. How you know that, K. Judah? Let's go to Ezekiel 28, verse 1 through 3. Let's see if he's talking about the king or is he talking about the person who's ruling over the king. Let's see. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1 through 3. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1 through 3. Ezekiel chapter 28, verse 1 through 3. Then I'm going to tell y'all when I'm going to skip down. And it reads, the word of Elohim came again unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus. Who is this prince? Let's see. Is he talking about the real king of Tyrus? Or is he talking about the prince who's ruling over the king of Tyrus? Let the book speak, K. Judah. The word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus said the Elohim, because thy heart is lifted up, and thou hast said, I am a God. I sit in the seat of God, in the midst of the seas. Yet thou art a man, and not God. Though thou set thy heart as the heart of God, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. Who is this? You think he talking about the actual king of Tyrus is wiser than Daniel? No, family. He's talking about the prince of Tyrus, which we know is Satan. He's wiser than Daniel. Remember, Lucifer means light barrier. Lucifer means shiny one, dawn of the day. So he was full of truth, family, full of knowledge and wisdom and understanding. He's not talking about a man, family. He's talking about Satan. He said this person is wiser than Daniel. Verse 3 again. Behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee. And y'all sitting up here talking about you a spit in Satan's eye. Man, be quiet, please. You would not spit in Satan's eye. You are not wiser than Daniel. You are not wiser than Satan outside of the grace and mercy of the Most High. If the knowledge is not permitted to you, he will stiff you like wheat. So within the boundaries of Yahshua HaMashiach, you become a sword swinger. Outside of Yahshua HaMashiach, you can't hold a candle to Hashatan. Stop it. Some of y'all just let stuff come out of your mouth. You don't even know what you be talking about. You are not wiser than Satan outside of the grace and mercy of the Most High. You don't know no more truth than Hashatan outside of the grace and mercy of the Most High and your faith in Yahshua HaMashiach. You are not wiser than him. What are you talking about? Christ said, with me, you can do all things, but without me, you can do nothing. So what are you talking about? You smarter than Satan. You wiser than Satan. He just said this man is wiser than Daniel. So how are you wiser than Satan? And you most certainly not wiser than Daniel. Knowledge. Jump down to verse 17, 11 through 17. 11 through 17. Because now we got to find out who is this individual that he been talking about the whole time. Who is this individual? 11 through 17. And it reads, moreover, the word of the Elohim came unto me, saying, Son of man, take up a lamentation upon the king of Tyrus, and say unto him, Thus said the Elohim, thou sealest up the sun, full of wisdom, and perfect in beauty. Yeah, he really talking about a man, right? Perfect in beauty. Thou hast been in Eden, the garden of the Elohim. Every precious stone was thy covering, the sardius, the topaz, and the diamond, and the beryl, the onyx, and the jasper, and the sapphire, the emerald, and the carbuncle, and gold, and the workmanship of thy tabrets, and of thy pipes, was prepared in thee in the day that thou was created. Thou art the anointed cherub that covereth, and I have set thee so. Thou was upon the holy mountains of Elohim. Thou hast walked up and down in the midst of the stones of fire. Thou was perfect in thy ways. Lucifer was perfect. Thou was perfect in thy ways. The shiny one was perfect. Thou was perfect in thy ways. The one that's the light barrier, he was perfect. Verse 15, thou was perfect in thy ways from the day that thou was created, till iniquity was found in thee. Oh, iniquity is transgression of the law. So Satan rebelled in heaven, so the law been in effect for a long time. So if Satan can rebel and get disinherited, what make y'all think we not under the law? And the wages of sin is death, but y'all say we're not under the law. But then he just say sin is transgression of the law. But y'all say we're not under the law, so that means you can sin. But then you tell me, no, we can't sin. So that means something has to be in place to let you know the consequences of breaking the law. We really be trying to help you Christians. But some of y'all so arrogant. Your nose is so lifted up, you don't even know you are dealing with two different laws in the New Testament. One is called the sacrificial law. The other one is called the royal law. The law that Yahshua nailed to the tree, that's the sacrificial law. That's the ordinance of the law, which was sacrificing animals. But the royal law is not done away with. That's why iniquity is transgression of the law, because it's still in effect, man. Verse 16, by the multitude of thy merchandise, they have filled the midst of thee with violence, and thou hast sinned. Therefore I will cast thee as profane out of the mountain of Elohim. I saw Satan fall like lightning. And I will destroy thee, O covering cherub, from the midst of the stones of fire. Thy heart was lifted up because of thy beauty. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom. Thou hast corrupted thy wisdom by reason of thy brightness. I will cast thee to the ground. I will lay thee before kings, that they may behold thee. So hold up, you just said that Satan was in the Garden of Eden. So that means Satan was already kicked out of heaven in order to be in the Garden of Eden. Let's go check it out, family. Because we got to find out, what was this man so mad about? I mean, he is angry. He angry with Israel. He angry with this woman, man. Let's go find out why, family. Let's go to Genesis chapter 1, verse 26 to 28. Genesis chapter 1. And verse 26 to 28. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 1, and verse 26 to 28. And it reads, and Elohim said, let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. That's why Satan was mad, y'all. He gave man dominion over the work of his hands and not the angels. He gave man dominion over the work of his hands and not angels, and even said that the angels are subject to man. Satan didn't like this plan that the Most High came up with to allow man to have dominion over everything. That's why David said, what is man that you are so mindful of him? What is man that you think of him in this way? Like why you love man so much that you would do these great things for him? So Satan had a problem with this plan right here. You're going to give man dominion over everything. You're not going to give us nothing? But Satan's so arrogant that you got to behold the face of Yah. You are walking up and down the stones of fire. Don't you know, boy, we wish we can get a glimpse of our Father, but we cannot behold that glory, but we wish we could just be in his presence. You are looking at him daily and his son. You are in the midst of beauty and glory and knowledge and wisdom. I mean, magnificent glory. And you up here crying about what we received on earth? We would trade places with you to be in heaven with the Father and the angels and behold that glory and that beauty. But you are crying about what we received on earth, Hashatan? So you rebel because of that? So you left your position in heaven, and now when it's all said and done, you going to the lake of fire. Satan is your first example how you could be on the right track and go rogue. The Bible said if a man that was doing good turned from doing good and commit sin, all his goodness would not be remembered. But if a man who was doing wrong turned to do it good, all his sins would not be remembered. So Satan went from doing good to doing bad, and we don't know all the good things he did in heaven. They are not mentioned. Only the bad. Verse 28. And Elohim blessed them. And Elohim said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth, and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over every creeping thing that moveth upon the earth. He gave them dominion over everything. Satan didn't like this. So what did Satan do? Let's go see. Let's go to Genesis chapter 2. Because he was already in the garden, family. I just read in Ezekiel 28. Let's go to Genesis 2, verse 7 through 9. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Genesis 2, verse 7 through 9. And it reads, and Elohim formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life. And man became a living soul. The soul is the sum total of you. You are the soul, family. So when I hear people say, oh man, the spirit went back to Yah. Yeah, the spirit that's in your nostrils. Job chapter 27. The spirit that's in you keeps you alive. That's in your nostrils. The breath of life. So when he say man became a living soul after I breathed into his nostrils, what spirit did he breathe into you for you to live? It's in your nostrils. So man became alive because you are the soul, family. Brother tried to argue me down. So I went to Revelations chapter 20 and asked him, can a soul get beheaded? If you telling me I got a soul inside of me, can it get beheaded? Like the movie Ghost? He couldn't die no more. He was walking through trains, walking through walls. So how can a soul get beheaded if it's a soul that come out of you? That means you are the soul. That's why he say, and I saw the souls of them that was beheaded, because you are the soul. That's knowledge now. Verse 7 again. And the Lord God formed man of the dust of the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living soul. And the Elohim planted a garden eastward in Eden, and there he put the man when he had formed, and he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground made the Lord God to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil in the midst of the garden, family. Who is the tree of the knowledge of good and evil? Hashatan, Satan, the devil. So he was in the garden. Jump down to verse 16 and 17. And it reads, and the Lord Elohim commanded the man, saying, of every tree of the garden thou mayest freely eat, but of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil thou shalt not eat of it. For in the day that thou eatest thereof, thou shalt surely die. What was he supposed to eat? Knowledge. That's why in the book of Hosea, it said, you have eaten the fruit of lies. So the fruit that they ate was lies, not an apple. Nobody eats the apple and become dumb or smart. It just tastes good. So Adam, in the day that you eat thereof, you gonna die. But a lot of people say, no, he didn't die that day. Yes, he did. Even though he lived a long life, he did die that day because he died before the 1,000 years expired. He died before he can reach 1,000 years. So yes, he did die that day because he was cut off from reaching the pinnacle. That's why you read in Genesis chapter 5, they all died at 930, 925, 948, 9. None of them made it to 1,000. He died. Even though he lived a long life, he lost access to the Messiah. Why you think they put cherubim angels around the tree of life? No, the Garden of Eden. No, the tree of life. He had no more access to the Hamashiach. So he could have hung around Yahshua and ate. He could have ate and found out how to live forever. What did Yahshua say in the New Testament? Any man eat my words, he should never die. You should never die. So Adam could have never died hanging around Yahshua. But he became contaminated because you can't eat from the Lord's table and the table of devils. No sin can dwell in the presence of our Elohim. He became contaminated. He ate from the wrong table, so he had to remove him from him. So Adam killed the Messiah that day because Yah knew I got to send my son. He the only one that's clean enough to recover creation that Satan corrupted. So now you see why Satan was mad. Satan says, since you won't give us dominion, I will mess up this whole creation and bring death on man. And he did too, because we've been dying ever since. And we've been going through hardships and pains and turmoil. All because of Hashatan. He hate man that much. And he hate Israel. He hates you, Israel. Satan want to destroy you. We are not getting shot down, belittled, hated, mistreated for nothing. Satan used to be the shiny one. Now y'all use him as a weapon. Well, since you won't do right, I'm going to use you as a weapon. So when Israel or man get out of the line, who do he send? The death angel. Let's go to Genesis chapter 3 and verse 1 through 13, because now he done messed up everything, y'all. Let's go see. He messed it up. And if Adam and Eve, well, Eve first, then brought it to Adam, if they would have never ate from Satan, we would not know death. All we would know is goodness, plentifulness. We'll be enjoying the earth. Nothing won't be corrupted. The animals wouldn't be attacking each other. Satan messed up the whole creation. He brought death to the creation. And we've been in bondage to death. But Yahshua freed us from death. Now we don't got to be in bondage no more. Because now you know you have an expected end at the end of the tunnel. Make it to the narrow path, family. Make it to the narrow path, family. Please. Please. Let's go to Genesis 3, verse 1 through 13. Genesis 3, I'm sorry. Genesis chapter 3, verse 1 through 13. And it reads, now the serpent was more subtle than any beast of the field, which the Elohim have made. And he said unto the woman, yea, have Elohim said, ye should not eat of every tree of the garden? And the woman said unto the serpent, we may eat of the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, Elohim have said, ye should not eat of it, neither shall ye touch it, lest ye die. And the serpent said unto the woman, ye should not surely die. You see how he told her the truth and then lied to her? Verse 4, and the serpent said unto the woman, ye shall not surely die, for Elohim do know that in the day that ye eat thereof, then your eyes shall be open, and ye shall be as gods, knowing good and evil. And when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, and that it was pleasant to the eyes, and the tree to be desired to make one wise, she took of the fruit thereof, and did eat, and gave also unto her husband with her, and he did eat. And their eyes of them, and the eyes of them, and the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. Who you think told them they was naked? Do the Bible have to say Satan told them for us to know Satan told them? Critical thinking, family. Satan told them they were naked. Probably told them what them body parts used for too. That's why they was ashamed. If Satan would have never said nothing, they wouldn't have been ashamed, family. It's like running out the door, oh, look at boy naked. And you become ashamed because your buttocks is out. Verse 7 again. And the eyes of them both were open, and they knew that they were naked. And they sewed fig leaves together and made themselves aprons. And they heard the voice of our Elohim walking in the garden in the cool of the day. And Adam and his wife hid themselves from the presence of our Elohim among the trees of the garden. And Elohim called unto Adam and said unto him, where art thou? And he said, I heard thy voice in the garden, and I was afraid because I was naked, and I hid myself. Let's see if they ate an apple. And he said, who told thee that thou wert naked? Satan did. Hast thou eaten of the tree whereof I commanded thee that thou shouldest not eat? And the man said, the woman whom thou gavest to be with me, he threw her under the bus. She gave me of the tree, and I did eat. And the Lord God said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat, meaning he tricked me, and I ate. I ate. So now do you understand? Jump down to verse 16 to 24. 16 to 24. Unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. This is something that I've been pointing out for a long time. Because I pay attention to the details. In Genesis chapter 1 and 2, he did not tell Adam to rule over Eve, family. He said, let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and every creeping thing, right? But once the fall happened, he said, now your husband gonna rule over you. It wasn't like that from the beginning, family. They both had dominion, and they was gonna be a team and work together. So brothers use this scripture that your husband gonna rule over you in a way of thinking that mean to beat the woman down. You gonna do what I say or else. Partner, first of all, it wasn't even supposed to be like that. And it's not for you to rule over her and diminish her, goofball. You the head of the house is all that mean. You gonna rule over the family. But y'all take these scriptures and y'all say, you see what this say? This say I'm gonna rule over you, so shut up. Shut your mouth. You do what I say, even if it's wrong, huh? Even if you lead her to the gates of hell, she's supposed to do what you say, right? All right, go ahead and follow your husband to hell then. Go ahead, follow him to hell. You're going to end up like the woman who lost her life with her husband when they lied about how much land they sold. She could have told the truth and saved her life. She lied with her husband and died with her husband. So go ahead and die with your husband. Go ahead. Verse 17, and unto Adam he said, because thou hast hearkened unto the voice of thy wife, and hast eaten of the tree, of which I commanded thee, saying, thou shalt not eat of it. Cursed is the ground for thy sake. In sorrow should thou eat of it all the days of thy life. Thorns also and thistles should it bring forth to thee. And thou shalt eat the herb of the field. In the sweat of thy face should thou eat bread, till thou return unto the ground. For out of it wast thou taken. For dust thou art, and unto dust should thou return. And Adam called his wife name Eve, because she was the mother of all living. Unto Adam and also to his wife did the Lord God make coats of skin and clothe them. Where did he get the coat, coats of skin from? I'll let y'all answer that in the chat. The Lord had to do something to cover the sins that they created. Let's keep going. Verse 22. And the Lord God said, behold, the man is become as one of us. I thought the Most High Yah just up there by itself. I thought the Most High is just up there by itself. The Son is the one talking. He say, the man is become as one of us, to know good and evil. And now unless he put forth his hand and take also of the tree of life and eat. You mean hang around you and eat and listen and open up his mind to your words and find out how to live forever? That's what he's talking about, family. He said, let's he put forth his hand, let's he hear my conversation and find out how to live forever. I got to get this man away from me, man. I got to get him away from me. Verse 23, therefore the Lord God sent him forth from the Garden of Eden to till the ground from whence he was taken. So he drove out the man, and he placed at the east of the Garden of Eden cherubims and a flaming sword, which turned every way to keep the way of the tree of life, no, the Garden of Eden. To keep the way of the tree of life, no, the Garden of Eden. To keep the way of the tree of life. So Adam could not get to the Messiah. He had no more access. No more access. He lost access, so that's why he died the day that he sinned. And the day that you eat thereof, that's the day you gonna die. Because one day to me is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. So whenever you do, you gonna die. And he died before the 1,000 years was complete. They all did. That's book. I'm almost done. Let's go to Job chapter 1. Because now I got to show y'all that Hashatan is he is a adversary and he is a devourer. All he want to do is devour. Let's go check it out. This is Job chapter 1, verse 6 through 7. I'm finna move quickly. I'm moving quickly. Job chapter 1 and verse 1 through 7. 6 through 7, man. Slow down, K. Judah. 6 through 7. I don't know why I keep saying 1. Job chapter 1, verse 6 through 7. There we go. Job chapter 1, verse 6 through 7, and it reads, now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before our Elohim, and Satan, no, a son of God, and Satan, no, the son of God. And Satan came also among them. He is disinherited, family. He is not called a son of God. He's called Satan. Y'all see that, huh? He didn't call him a son of God. He called him Satan. Verse 6 again. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord. And Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. Y'all see what he doing? What y'all think Satan doing? Looking for somebody to devour? Looking for somebody to devour. Because that's what he do. Let's go back to Revelation 12, verse 12 to 13. Because remember, he was called Satan. He was not called a son of God. And a lot of people be saying that the angels are not called the sons of God. That's not true. The angels are also the sons of God. All you got to do is read the book of Job. When he asked Job, where was you when the sons of God shouted for joy? There you go right there, family. Talking about the angel. He said, where were you when the sons of God shouted for joy? Talking about the angels. We his sons of God, the angels of his son of God. Guess what? Yahshua is the only begotten son. That's the difference. He's the only begotten of the Father. Let's go to Revelation 12. And I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Got like 5 more scriptures after this, and we out of here. I got a lesson coming next week. I'm telling y'all right now. I got over 1,200 maps. To be exact, I got 1,233 maps. What I'm about to show y'all next week is going to blow the lid off of all these lies we've been hearing. I will show you unadulterated truth with the scriptures, with the book of Jubilees, and I will show you migrations with the maps. Where is our land? I will show you. I'm talking about what was given to Shem, what was given to Japhet, what was given to Ham. I have over 1,233 maps in 3D, high resolution. We have been told there is no mountains around the land of Israel. That is a bold-faced lie. That's why you never hear me talk about Africa from a standpoint like I've been to Africa. I'm speaking on the biblical truth of where our land is, where their land is, and what the books say. And I'm only going by what the books say. Nothing else. So for everything I pull with the map, it will be scriptures to go with it. So next week, I'm already preparing it now. You're going to be in for a treat. That's all I can say. You're going to be in for a treat. Let's go ahead and knock this out the park, man. Revelation 12 and verse 12 to 13. Revelation 12 and verse 12 to 13. And it reads, therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. And when the dragon saw that he was cast out unto the earth, he persecuted the woman, which brought forth the man child. Did y'all just hear that? What did Satan just tell you? I'm walking up and down through the earth. That's what I'm doing. I'm walking up and down through the earth. What y'all think he doing? He is trying to persecute that woman, seeking whom he may devour. He hate Israel. Once you understand your enemy, you know how to counter your enemy. And to counter Satan is by the blood of the Lamb. So for all my brothers and sisters who don't believe in no Messiah, who don't believe in the Son of the Highest, you have been woefully misinformed. And you wonder why a lot of y'all going through a lot of turmoil in your life, because you're not under the blood. So Satan gonna have his way with you, and the Lord gonna let him do it. Some of y'all wonder why you in the awakening, but you still lost in the awakening. How can you be lost in your nationality? You know you Israel. You know you're supposed to keep the law, but you still lost and dead to yourself. Most of y'all are so dead that it don't matter how many scriptures a person read to y'all and show you that y'all have a son, show you he was in the beginning. You are so sleeping dead that there is nothing that can wake you up, not even the word of Yah. So with all deceivableness of you and others like you who die because they receive not the love of the truth, now y'all wonder why people are perishing, family, because they don't love the truth. And Yahshua is from Genesis to Revelation. I come in a volume of the book. What is the volume? The whole book. They say, no, the New Testament is written by man. Where man wrote the Bible that Yah told him to jot it down. He didn't write down what he wanted to write down. Yah is the dictator of everything that's in this book of his son. It's a record of his son. So who is you? Oh, man wrote the Bible. So? Yeah, man is jotting down what he being told. He's not the dictator. Yah is the dictator. Write this down. Thus said the Lord. Write this down. But y'all want to make it look like man just came up with his own word. Stop it, man. Stop it. Yah is the dictator. And Yahshua is the word of Yah. So when he come in a volume of the book, it is written of me. It is written of his son. It's a record of his son. You better get you some knowledge now. Everybody want to kick against the son of Yah and think you're going to be saved. You have been woefully misinformed again. You not going to be saved. Now, let me get it right. Because somebody might go grab one of my lessons. He said all Israel going to be saved. You don't understand there's a difference between salvation and being saved. Was they saved out of Egypt? Yes, they was. Did they receive the promised land, which is salvation? No. They died in the wilderness. So that means they went from being saved out of Egypt to dying. That's some of y'all. Yeah, you're going to be saved and brought to the wilderness, but you're going to die because y'all goofballs. So yeah, all Israel going to be saved, even the rebels, but you're going to perish. You're going to perish. And you want to perish because nobody can tell you nothing. It don't matter how many scriptures we read to you and show you that y'all have a son, you still have your own mindset that nope, nobody died for me. Nobody can die for another man's sins. Y'all just say anything. Christ is not just any kind of man. He's the son of the highest. He was the only person that could take away the sins of his people. Nobody else. So for y'all to diminish him and his suffering to nothing goes to show me you are an Israelite that's dead to yourself, man. And most of y'all will never recover from that type of death because you're stiff-necked and you're rebellious and you're going to perish in your sins, just like your forefathers. Let's go and finish, man. Let's go back to Job, chapter 1 and verse 7 again, because he just told you, Satan said, I'm walking up and down to fro through the earth. He was cast out. That's why. How you get down here, Satan? I was cast out. Who cast you out? Yahshua told Michael to throw me out headlong. Why? Because I rebelled. And I'm teaching man how to rebel too. Because I don't want to be the only one going to the lake of fire. I want to bring as many people as I can with me to the lake of fire with me. So all your celebrities, a lot of Israelites or Gentiles of all nations, oh yeah, the lake of fire gonna be filled with people. And you better try to keep yourself out of it. Job chapter 1 and verse 7 again. And I got 4 more scriptures after this. Job chapter 1 and verse 7. And it reads, and the Lord said unto Satan, whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, from going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down in it. There you go. Y'all remember he was cast out, right? So that's how he got down here walking to and fro through the earth. Because he beheld him fall like lightning out of heaven. Who gave that order? Yahshua, family. Let all the angels of Elohim worship him. So whatever Yahshua say, because all power has been given unto him in heaven and earth, and y'all gonna diminish him, boy, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to, I don't even argue with you Israelites no more. That's why the first thing I say when I come on, I'm not trying to change nobody's mind. Believe what you want to believe, but K. Judah gonna speak the truth of this book. Whether you agree with it or not, I'm going to speak truth, unadulterated truth. There will be no lie coming out this mouth because lies are dangerous and they cause people to fall, whether it's to the left or whether it's to the right. No, we're trying to keep them narrow. We're trying to keep them straight. We don't got time to be playing around and deceiving people. You either speaking truth or you speaking lies. And we all ain't teaching right, family. Somebody lying. I wish we all were speaking the same language and speaking truth and we was on one accord. That's not the case, family. Somebody is lying. 2 people can't be saying 2 different things with 1 book. Somebody lying. It's your job to find out who lying. Let's go to 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8. 1 Peter chapter 5. Satan say, I'm walking to and fro through the earth. What you trying to do, Satan? What is you doing, Hashatan? Let's go see. Because you don't mean us no good, man. You hate us. You hate Israel. And the world hate us too. That's why you got all these Christian pastors coming out of nowhere. We not no Israelites. We ain't never been no Israelites. Okay, say what you want to say. We got documented history telling you we Israelites. That's why I don't even argue with you goofballs. 1 Peter chapter 5, verse 8. And it reads, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walking about seeking whom he may devour. Then he just said it in the book of Job, I'm going throwing two through the earth. What is he doing? Seeking whom he may devour. Seeking whom he may devour. Let's go to Matthew chapter 4, verse 1 through 11. This is what you have to do to Satan, family. Let the book tell you. This is what you have to do when Satan come and try to stiff you like wheat. This is what you do to him. Matthew chapter 4, verse 1 through 11. You don't argue with him, family. You do this right here. Matthew chapter 4, verse 1 through 11. And it reads, then was Yahshua led up in the spirit into the wilderness to be tempted of the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, he was afterward hungered. And when the tempter came to him, he said, if thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. But he answered and said, is it written, man should not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded out of the mouth of Elohim. Then the devil taking him up into the holy city and set him on a pinnacle of the temple and said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written. Y'all don't see what Satan is doing? Satan also know that it is written. Verse 6 again, he said unto him, if thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, he should give his angels charge concerning thee, and in their hands they should bear thee up, that said, anytime thou dash thy foot against a stone. Yahshua said unto him, it is written again, thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God. And again the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou will fall down and worship me. So while all our young people worshiping these celebrities and saying, oh, God have blessed you, Satan said, all this have been given unto me to give you. So when y'all hearing these celebrities talking about God bless them, God ain't blessing nobody who didn't sold a soul for riches, family. That is not the blessings of the Most High. He bless you with the talent, but you choose to use your talent for the left side and not the right side. So he did give you the talent, but he did not give you the talent to sell your soul. So a lot of these people, they living deliciously, family, but they had to pay a heavy price to obtain those riches. See, money is not the problem. He said the love of money is the problem. Money is not the problem. The love of money is the problem, because when a person loves something, he'll do anything to obtain it. He'll even kill for it. They'll even sacrifice their mama. Because the love for it is so strong that people around you will start to die. That's the problem. Verse 8. Again, the devil taking him up into an exceeding high mountain, and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said unto him, all these things will I give thee, if thou wilt fall down and worship me. Then said Yahshua unto him, get thee hence, Satan, for it is written, thou shalt worship the Elohim, and him only should thou serve. Then the devil leaveth him, and behold, angels came and ministered unto him. So Yahshua used the word on the devil. He didn't go back and forth with the devil. He didn't argue with the devil. He used the word. And that's your job. Use the word. You ain't got to argue with nobody. Let the Bible speak for you, because the Bible shuts down all gainsaying. Let's go to James chapter 4, verse 7. Because Yahshua just proved something to us. Let's go see what it is. James chapter 4 and verse 7. I got 4 more scriptures. James chapter 4. And I hope this helped my brother Pedro, because he reached out to me and asked me, can I do a lesson about Lucifer and Satan? Are they the same person? And Pedro, I would tell you they are the same person with two different characters. Lucifer had the character of the light barrier, the shiny one, the morning star, the dawn of the day. Satan is an adversary. So yes, the Lucifer was the good guy. Satan is the bad guy. Lucifer was the one walking up the mountains of fire. He was in the midst of Elohim. Satan was disinherited. He was kicked out. Now he's used as a weapon on the bad side and not the good side. One person, two different characters. Two different characters. James chapter 4, verse 7. James chapter 4 and verse 7. And it reads, submit yourselves therefore to Elohim. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. What did he do to Yahshua? He left him. Why, K. Judah? Because Yahshua used the word. He didn't argue with the devil. He spoke the word. And that's what we have to do. We speak the word. Because even when you're talking to your family, even when you're talking to people on these panels, even when you're having discussions, you use the word, family. Don't go back and forth with nobody. Because when you do that, you lose your place. But when you let the Bible speak, the room get quiet. Because we let it be known while the Bible is speaking, while Elohim is speaking, we need silence. You let the word come forth, not our own vain opinion. Let's go to 1 John chapter 3 and verse 8. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 8. 1 John chapter 3 and verse 8. And it reads, he that committed sin is of the devil. No, we're not under the law. Sin is transgression of the law, but you just told me he that committed sin is of the devil, but people telling me I'm not under the law. So how can I commit sin if something not in place to let me know what I'm doing wrong? So y'all don't understand the law, Christian brothers and sisters. Don't be so hasty to speak. Listen more than you speak and gain some knowledge from Elohim. Because it's always good to get understanding instead of always seeking to be understood. Too much talking make it seem real. Shh, shh. Hush, little baby. Shh. Hush, little baby. Verse 8. He that committed sin is of the devil, for the devil sinned it from the beginning. For this purpose the Son of God was manifested, that he might destroy the works of the devil. There you go, family. That he might destroy the works of the devil. Who destroyed the works of Hashatan? His name is Yahshua HaMashiach. He destroyed death because we was in bondage under death. We was afraid. We ain't afraid no more because he had released the prisoners. Death don't have no stronghold on us no more because Yahshua died and freed us from death. Let's go to Romans chapter 16. Romans chapter 16, verse 17 through 18. Romans chapter 16. Romans chapter 16, verse 17 through 18. I got one more scripture after this. I told y'all we was going to run it down quick. One more scripture after this. Romans chapter 16 and verse 17 through 18. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. Romans chapter 16, verse 17 through 18. And it reads, now I beseech you, brethren, mark them, which cause division and offense contrary to doctrine, which ye have learned, and avoid them. Now we all supposed to come together. Read that again, K. Judah, for the people in the back. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them, which cause divisions and offenses contrary to doctrine, which ye have learned, and avoid them. For they that are such serve not our Elohim, but their own belly, and by good words and fast speeches deceive the heart of the simple. Jump down to verse 20. Verse 20. Verse 20. And it reads, and the Elohim of peace shall bruise Satan under your feet shortly. The grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, or Yahshua HaMashiach, be with you Amen. So Satan, you have been bruised by a incurable wound. You have no stronghold over us no more, Satan. We are not afraid of death. We are not in bondage anymore, Satan. But you still trying to kill this woman, though. But we got the victory. Under the blood of Yahshua HaMashiach, we got the victory, family. Let's go to Revelation chapter 20. Because after Satan then done his little rendezvous, how they said rendezvous, after he didn't just went around the world, you didn't destroyed everything. You got people sinning, going crazy. Now, some people might say, man, he ain't got them sinning. Well, Satan can't make you sin, family, but he could put some thoughts in your mind. Oh, yeah, he put things right in front of you that he know you love. And boy, that flesh get weak. And them knees get to shaking. And boy, your mind telling you do right. Don't do it. Oh, don't do it. Keep going, keep walking. Oh, I need it. Don't do it. Keep walking. Turn around and go get it. Oh, say stop. Get out of my mind. Turn around. It's calling your name. Go get it. No, Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Yahshua. Go get it, boy. She looking at you. Oh, she's sticking the tongue out at you. Ah! Satan, stop. I'm telling y'all, this flesh ain't nothing to play with. Satan is crafty. He know everything y'all like and I like. And he put it right in front of you. And boy, that flesh get weak. That's why I don't go to seafood restaurant. I don't want to look at them shrimp. And that gumbo and jambalaya and that boudin. I don't want to look at all that. I'm going to get weak. I'm running out of the seafood place screaming, oh, not the shrimp, Lord. Not the shrimp. Oh, not the shrimp, Lord. Let's go to the last scripture. Revelation chapter 20, verse 1 through 3. Then I'll tell you when I'm going to skip down. I love shrimp, but I can't eat shrimp because I'd rather be obedient than sacrifice. I'm just keeping it real. I'd rather be obedient than sacrifice, family. When I found out I couldn't eat shrimp, I stopped the same day. I ain't make no excuses for my flesh being weak. I stopped, family, because I'd rather be obedient. I don't want a brick shower. I don't want no knots on top of my head looking like Martin Lawrence when he fought Tommy Hearns. I don't want to look like that. Because I told y'all last time, I can't do what everybody else can do because I know better. And I mean, my mind convict me too. The Lord put it up there too. You get out of line anyway. Judah, you know better. I wish you would try to sidestep me. I'll take you out of here because I put it in your mind, boy. And I did it on purpose too. You can't do nothing wrong. I may give somebody else some mercy, not you, because you know better, boy. Your mama instilled it in you because I instilled it in your mama. And your mama gave it to you. So you can't make no excuse. Oh, I was just weak and I just did it. Nope. You know better, boy. So I don't give you room to play with me. That's why I don't play with the word, family. I take it very seriously. This is Revelation chapter 20, verse 1 through 3. And it reads, and I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit, and a great chain in his hand. And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan, and bound him 1,000 years, and cast him into the bottomless pit, and shut him up, and set a seal upon him, that he should not deceive the nations no more till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled. And after that, he must be loose a little season. So Satan gonna be loose a little season. He gonna go to the four corners of the earth. He gonna deceive Gog and Magog, Meshach, Tubal, Ethiopia and Put, which is Libya, Cush, which is Ethiopia, and they're gonna come down with Magog. Because you got to remember, Gog is a land. Magog is the people. Somebody help me out, if I say that wrong, but I know Gog, G-O-G is the land, and Magog is the people. The Bible say that when we go back home, they are going to come up on the breadth of the earth. This is Ezekiel chapter 37. And they are going to come and try to take a spoil of a people who was delivered out of captivity. I thought they was delivered in 1948, K. Judah. So why is the Lord still talking about a deliverance and how Gog and Magog and Meshach and Tubal, which is Gomer, which is around Germany. Then we got the Ashkenaz. These are all children of Japhet, man. Ashkenaz, Gomer, Germany. Then you got Meshach and Tubal dwelling around there in that Turkey, Ariat, Armenia. Come on, man. These people gonna come up against us. They're gonna come and try to take a spar. Russia is coming from the north. Russia is coming from the north. Did he not say I got a nation coming from the north? Did he not? Man, go look it up, man. The sentence. Russia, which is Rush in the Bible. Magog. They gonna come up against us, family. And by the doing of Satan. By the doing of Satan. So when you read and do studies on Gog, it's the land, and Magog is the people. And they all associated with who? Russia. So these people are going to come up against us, family, in Ezekiel chapter 37. Read it for yourself. He said, I'm going to bury the army of Magog in a valley called the Valley of Gog. He's going to bury their armies. This haven't happened yet, family. So when I hear people saying, yeah, the Russia and Iran and China and all the armies of the Eastern Bloc, they gonna come up against the so-called Jewish people, man, you have been woefully misinformed. Man, Israel ain't even been gathered yet for Russia to come up against unwalled villages. Can y'all stop? Get some knowledge. We ain't been gathered yet. He just told you that after the 1,000 years, Satan gonna be loose. Do you see 1,000 years? Are we in peace? So how this happened already? Knowledge. Now jump down to verse 7 through 10, because we didn't already prove that Satan gonna be bound. He gonna be loose. He gonna go do something. What is he gonna do, K. Judah? Let's see. 7 through 10. And when the 1,000 years was expired, Satan should be loose out of his prison, and he should go out to deceive the nations, which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth and can pass the camp. Who is the camp? Israel. So I thought they was already gathered though. So why Russia ain't over there can pass in them? Because they not the people, man. And let me say this. Next week is about to be so off the chain that everybody been asking me about it. I'm about to break these maps down so cold in the spirit of Yahshua. Where the Jewish people is living at by the Mediterranean Sea, which is called the West Bank, and they got Gaza and all that, that used to belong to the Philistines. They were sea people, and they dwelt by the Mediterranean Sea. When you hear about Lebanon and Syria and all that, Jacob dwelt in Syria, and they even call him Assyrian, which is by one of Shem's sons or children called Amram. Lebanon is a part of the 12 tribes' inheritance. So the Jewish people are living in some of our inheritance, but that is not the fullness of the inheritance. That is a plot of land that they mapped out and called it the state of Israel. But it is not fake land, but it's fake for them because they're not the people of the book. But watch these maps when I show you. So when you look at them saying Jerusalem, that's not the real Jerusalem. Why, K. Judah? Because when you read the scriptures, David had a fight with the Jebusites. And guess what they say David was fighting them at, y'all? In the south. Jerusalem sits in the south of the northern kingdom of Israel, around Beersheba, Hebron, Arad. Oh, hold up, K. Judah. You mean Telarad? Yes. Oh, but ain't no mountains around there, K. Judah, because you're looking in the wrong direction. Did you not know that Israel was dwelling from west to east of the Jordan River? And one more nugget before I get up out of here. It don't matter what map you get, family. The Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River, and the Dead Sea gonna always be in line with each other. Why, K. Judah? Because the Jordan River emptied itself into the Dead Sea. Say that one more time for the people in the back. The Sea of Galilee, the Jordan River, and the Dead Sea is always going to be in line with each other. It don't matter what map you get. Why, K. Judah? Because the Jordan River emptied itself into the Dead Sea. So if they was dwelling from east to west, meaning east by Moab, Ammon, and Edom, west what Canaan took, which is by Lebanon and the Mediterranean Sea. That's where Judah, Benjamin, Asher, Simeon, Issachar, Ephraim, the other half of Manasseh, they was dwelling west of the Jordan River, and the rest of the 3 tribes was dwelling east of the Jordan River. Why is we getting this confused when it's in the book of Joshua telling you where I land at? Come on, people, make it make sense. Woo! It like I just crunch my head at people. You're making up stuff, man. I got the maps. 1,200. Do you have 1,200 maps, people who out there teaching lies? Because I do. And I understand every last map that I have with the scriptures. So y'all going to be in for a treat next week. Be there or be square. Let's go and get up out of here, man. 7 through 10. I'm at verse 8. And shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the 4 quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and can pass the camp of the saints, Israel, about, and the beloved city, Zion. And fire came down from God out of heaven, and devoured them. And the devil that deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstones, where the beast and the false prophet are, and shall be tormented day and night forever and ever. I don't see Satan in the lake of fire. So if Satan in the lake of fire, or this supposed to already happen because y'all told me that the Jewish people are back at home, not only have you been woefully misinformed, not only do you not understand the text and context, you are speaking things that are not true. They are not the people of this book. They may be the people of another book, but not this book. This book is the Israelites' book. History, our culture, our feast days, our laws, statutes, and commandments. What we should be governed by is in this book. Their book is the Talmud, not this book. I thank y'all for your time, family. I pray somebody got some understanding. And like I said before, you do not want to miss next week. I guarantee you, family, this will be one of the most important lessons that I have ever done. I even got maps of Mount Ararat in 3D. Do you understand what I'm telling y'all? I have 3D maps that nobody got. And I'm going to show you how the Lord is rocking with your brother K. Judah and all my other brothers and sisters who teaching truth. I bought some maps from the Gentile brother named Steve, but he messed my order up. I was trying to get all the PDF maps so I can download them. They messed my order up. Man, Steve said, here go a code that I'm going to give you, K. Judah. Put in this code and I'm going to give you all the maps. When I put the code in, he didn't even charge me, family. So the Lord want this to come out because the Lord tired of lies. He gave me all the maps, 1,233. So big salute to my brother Steve, which is a Gentile, man. Because, people hate the Gentile. No, partner. I don't got to hate an individual for what they people did. I just don't deal with the people. But the Most High is working in my favor and use Steve to look out for me on something that he ain't even charged me for. That means the Lord want this to come out next week, and it's coming out. Because I got some good questions I'm about to ask the world. The world. And like I said about Africa, which as we know, Africa today is the continent of Africa. Guess what? God has blessed you with a land. He blessed you with resources. And you're supposed to enjoy your land. And you got every right to enjoy it, all the sons of Ham. But for K. Judah and the truth that I know, I'm going to let you enjoy your inheritance, Ham. Because where you dwelling at, as we know, the continent of Africa, that is not our land. And next week, y'all going to see without a shadow of a doubt, what is your land? What is your borders? What was given to Shem? What was given to Ham? What was given to Japheth? It will all be explained next week with unadulterated proof. I got y'all, fam. This will be the most important lesson I ever did. Because I have maps and I have scriptures and I got things that's going to be explained by the book and the maps. And then we're going to see what, because see, y'all got to understand this. It's two brothers what really made me start understanding these maps. I don't got to say their name. My brother Yavin know what I'm talking about. One of them teaches that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia. The other one teaches that Israel is in South Africa. Let's get this right. Listen to this again. One believes that Jerusalem is in Ethiopia, right? The other one believes that Israel is in South Africa. Next week, when I bring all this out, y'all gonna realize you're being lied to, man. That's it. That's all I can say. I don't gotta say nobody's name. You're being lied to, people. It's not true what they saying. And I'm gonna show you. And please don't come in my comic section when I'm done. Wait until I get done. And then want to talk to me, talking about how the maps are wrong and it flipped upside down. I'm sick of that. Explain to me why the Jordan River emptied into the Dead Sea. Are you going to tell me that's wrong too? Or are you going to tell me to flip it upside down? So you want me to pick the earth up and flip the earth upside down? Who can do something like that? All you can do is change names of places. You can't spin the earth around. You just change the name of a location. Like for the Sahar River in the Bible, in the book of Joshua, it's called the Sahar River. Guess what it's called? Wadi el-Eresh. Where is that, K. Judah? By Egypt, by the Sinai Peninsula. Did he not tell you that our land bordered the entry in of Egypt? Listen again. Israel was the youngest nation to be formed, the last nation. Egypt was already thriving and kicking. You was captive in a land. So how did that become your land when you were slaves in the land that don't belong to you? And Jacob left Hebron to go down into Egypt. And when they took Jacob's body back to Canaan, but y'all just told me that South Africa is the land, or Ethiopia is Jerusalem. But when they left Egypt, they took Jacob's body back to Canaan. Nobody is paying attention to these things. Why they didn't take his body down south or east? Why did they take his body back to Canaan? So they should let you know Canaan is not in the continent of Africa. It's the next door neighbor to Africa, as you know it, the continent. You know that map that y'all always see, like the way it's shaped, like the African little map thing? That all belongs to Ham, family. Every Sudan, Nigeria, Tanzania, Ethiopia, which is Libya, South Africa, which is sub-Saharan Africa, that used to belong to Canaan, but he didn't go there. But I'll explain all this stuff when I get ready to do it next week. So y'all be there. It's going to be a wonderful class. I got high-tech maps, 3D maps, high-resolution maps. Everything will be explained next week, and I'm going to leave it alone after that unless somebody want to talk to me about it. But everything will be explained next week. Everything. So do anybody got any questions for me before I get up out of here? Anybody? Do anybody got any questions? I'm telling y'all, next week, bro, do not miss it. Everybody been asking me when I'm going to do it. It's next week. I got everything in order. I already got everything I need. I got my maps in order. I got everything. I just got to wait to get ready to do the lesson And I'm gonna do it next Thursday. So hold on, no. I don't want to. My elder's gonna do Q&A, so I do it Friday. I'll wait to do it Friday so I don't interfere with the Q&A. So I'm gonna let my elders do their Q&A on Thursday because I don't want to go live when they go live. And then Friday I do the lesson about Mount Ararat, Ham, and Shem, because I'm not gonna deal with Japhet. I already, like, we know according to Jubilees what Japhet was given, but the confusion is coming between Ham and Shem. And let me say this before I get up out of here. The reason why this has to be explained, family, because I have heard Africans say, y'all need to thank us because you come from us. No, we do not. We come from Shem. We come from Shem now. I got nothing against you Africans. Enjoy your inheritance, man. Why y'all think we owe y'all a thank you? What, because we migrated to your land? Because majority of the 10 tribes are all throughout Africa, especially in sub-Saharan Africa. A lot of Israelites are in sub-Saharan Africa, which is South Africa. So we don't owe you a thank you. So the point that I'm making is this. Next week, y'all will see. And scriptures cannot be refuted, even if tried. Maps with understanding cannot be refuted, even if a person say, oh, man, that map is a lie. Show the right map then. That's what y'all do. Show the right map. Show the right map. I will give you one more nugget before I get up out of here. The Garden of Eden. Before I get up out of here, somebody put in the chat for me. The book of Jubilees say that the Garden of Eden, Mount Sinai, and Mount Zion all face each other. So if that is true, and we know that the Garden of Eden, Mount Sinai is in Arabia, and Zion, which is the hill of the Lord, which is Jerusalem, Mount Zion sits on a hill, and by Zion is Mount Sinai. What do y'all think the Garden of Eden was? I know the answer, but I want to see what y'all think. What do y'all think the Garden of Eden was? And then I'm getting up out of here. Because then you will understand where your land at, family. That's why I'm asking. If you know where the Garden of Eden was, where Mount Sinai at, and where Zion at, you will know where your land at. That's it. Once a person understand that, you rocking. You good to go. You are good to go once you understand that. Yeah, hey, Yacoba, you right. Northeast Africa, but where though? Where was the Garden of Eden? It sit between something, my brother. It sits between something. What do it sit between? Because it sit between something. And I want to know, where is it? It is Northeast Africa. You're right about that. But it's a place. And 2 rivers sit between it, family. Now you got to go up. You got to go up north. Where did Abraham come from? What 2 rivers is by Mesopotamia? The Euphrates and the Tigris River, family. From which the river flow from the Garden of Eden that went to water. Thank you. That's the 2 rivers. It's the Tigris and the Euphrates. The Garden of Eden was in the area around Mesopotamia. All that area right there between those 2 rivers. That's what the Garden of Eden was, somewhere around there. Now, that sits in the north. Zion sit in the south. And Sinai, which is the mountain of God, sit below Zion. They all face each other, family. This is not a lie. This is in the book. So now you see why when he mapped out your land, it went to the Euphrates River, because by the Euphrates River is Mesopotamia, where Abraham come from, Ur the Chaldeans. And the land of Nod is also by Mesopotamia, where Cain went and got a wife from. This is knowledge. The Gaon River is what people refer to today as the Nile River. Because there's a difference between the river of Egypt and the Nile River. The Gaon in the book of Jubilees, that's what people refer to as the Nile River that run all the way through East Africa, all the way by Kush. That's the Nile River. So the Gaon wasn't a part of our inheritance. The Gaon is a part of Ham's inheritance. But I will show all this next week without a shadow of a doubt. And I will show you that Shem land was from the Indian Ocean all the way to the Euphrates, all the way to the Red Sea, up to Lebanon, and down to the wilderness. So that's why the Lord say, I gave Shem a big spacious land, because Shem had other children like the Elamites, which dwelt around in the Iran area. We had Ashur, which are the Assyrians, right? We had a Foxhad, which are the Chaldeans, the Babylonians. So Shem land started at the Indian Ocean by a river called Tina. All that land was Shem's, but he had other children. So this is how we got to look at it. Shem was given a lot of land, right? But we got to go by what was given to Abraham and not all of Shem's land. What was given to Abraham? That's how you got to go by. You can't go by what was given to all Shem. You got to go by what was given to the 12 tribes of Israel, because that's where the dispute is coming in, that people are saying that the so-called Middle East, that's not our land. What they fail to realize is that they have been woefully misinformed. That is a part of our inheritance, but that is not all of our inheritance. And I will show you the big spacious land that God gave us on the map. And I want you to tell me, do this look like a little piece of land when I show it? Our land was so massive and so big, the 12 tribes of Israel. It is not a little piece of land, family. It is a massive plot of land. But nobody won't tell you that, though. They're going to keep lying and telling you that little piece of dirt in the Middle East is not our land. Everybody know that. We're not arguing that little piece of dirt. What we saying, though, is that y'all are being disingenuous, because y'all know that the tribes, 3 of them, Reuben, Gad, and Manasseh, dwelt east of the Jordan River. But y'all won't tell nobody that, though. You won't tell nobody that Moses died on Mount Nebo. You won't tell nobody that, though. You won't tell nobody Moses died on Mount Nebo, which is in the plains of Moab. So what he doing in the plains of Moab if they supposed to stay in the land of Ham? These are questions y'all got to ask yourself. These are questions you have to ask yourself, family. And once you understand maps, the scriptures cannot be defeated. I don't care what people say about, oh, that map is wrong and oh, that's not, man. Look, bro, you can't fight 1,200 maps. Every map can't be a lot that I got. I got 1,200, brand 33. And I got even more than that. So I really got like about 1,280 because I already had a bunch of maps. So I got almost 1,300 maps. And I look at these maps and study these maps with the scriptures. And you're going to tell me that every map is wrong? You just want to be a liar. All right, y'all. I'm out of here. Love y'all. Anybody got any questions, man? Anybody got any questions? Everything I'm telling y'all right now, boy, y'all going to be in for a rude awakening next week. Because a lot of our Israelite brothers and sisters, you have been lied to. The continent of Africa, as you know it today, belongs to Ham. And I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to prove it to you. Oh, Yakhtin's son, Ophir, translated Africa in Somalia. I'm not sure about that, Jacob. I have to look into that. Yeah, I'd rather tell you I don't know, my brother. I don't know about I know who you talking about, the son, but I don't know if it translated into Africa in Somalia. Oh, and I'm going to give y'all one more nugget. Y'all know the place in North Africa called Algeria? Algeria? Around that area is where that region that was called Osiris. It is in a place today which is called Algeria. That's what the 10 tribes went to when they say they left the heathen and crossed over the Euphrates and went into a further country. It was a region called Osiris. Today it is in Algeria. I done looked at all this. I done studied this stuff, family. I'm telling y'all the truth. But don't believe me, though. Don't take my word for nothing. You go fact check me. Fact check your brother. The place that was called Osirut in the region, the 10 tribes went north to North Africa. Today, it is called Algeria in North Africa. That's where the 10 tribes went, and then they spread themselves out throughout Africa. So you got Israelites dwelling in North Africa, Ethiopia, South Africa, and even in Put, which is Libya. You got Israelites dwelling all throughout the continent of Africa. And they migrated to Africa. So if you migrated to a land, how do you come from that land if you had to migrate to that land? Let me ask one more time. How can you come from a land that you had to migrate to the land and God say he was going to kick you out of the land? So you mean to tell me you went back home to the land? I rest my case. I love y'all with the pure heart, man. Y'all brother K. Judah is out of here, man. Big salute to the family, the CUC family. Love you with the pure heart, the FOPE family. Love you with the pure heart, Nazarene Hebrew Institute of Technology. Love my elders with the pure heart and all the Nazarene family. And all my brothers and sisters in the chat, I love y'all, man, with the pure heart, family. Let's get it.
We thank God cause he the greatest. Make a prayer for a hater. Yeah, we break bread, it's in our favor. You get theirs in your nature, you better take care of your neighbor. I'm too black to be loved, I'm too black to have trust. I'm too black to be human, I'm too black to have blood. I'm too black for respect, oh I'm too black to discuss. You know I'm black so I'm strong, so I'm too black to give up. I'm black enough for your laws and black enough for your judge, black enough for your system, I'm black enough for your grudge, black enough for your hatred, I'm black enough to corrupt, I'm black enough to be happy, not black enough to have love. Am I too black to be fed? Am I too black to be healthy? Am I too black to be rich? Am I too black to be wealthy? Am I too black to be proud? Oh, I'm too black to be honest, maybe too black to have dreams. Oh, I'm too black to have promise, I'm black enough for your lie. Oh, I'm too black for your truth, I'm way too black for the president, black enough for the truth. I'm black enough for the boots, but I'm too black for a suit. Am I too black you just saw too? He too black you just shoot. I'm black enough to know me, you black enough to know you, and we too black to both know that what they say it ain't true. They put the lie in the lights, you find the truth in the dark. Might have a blood of the slave, but got the heart of a God. I'm black enough to know me, you black enough to know you, and we too black to both know that what they say it ain't true. They put the lies in the light, you find the truth in the dark. Might got the blood of the slave, but got the heart of a God. Yeah.
Now, y'all know I wasn't trying to do that now, because I cannot leave this live without saying this. In the words of my beloved sister, twin in the fate, August Dreams, and all my beloved CUC family. Thank y'all for coming to the Lion's Den with your brother K. Judah. And all my beloved family in the chat, man. Thank y'all for y'all support. I pray somebody got some understanding. And like I said, family, y'all say the same. I'll see y'all next Friday. And it's going down. Let's get it. And your brother K. Judah wanna say Shalom. Enjoy y'all Sabbath, family, and I bid you all y'all speed and peace. Israel, pray for one another. Love one another with the real love, the pure heart. You don't got to diminish your brother. You don't got to disrespect your sister. It doesn't cost any money to be kind and nice to one another. It's free. It's a decision you make. Because however you look at you, that's how you're going to look at me. So if you love you, you won't have a problem loving me. And I won't have a problem loving you. Shalom.